Here we go. Sports Bit, Betting Insight today. We Sports Bit Live, Pauly and Teddy. We were back Wednesday after our month off, and now we're ready to go as football is here. And a Hall of Fame game preview coming up. Also part 2 on how to hopefully beat and how to bet NFL preseason and make some money out there. Play the day before we get out of here. And we'll get to bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. And the big news that happened the other day, not in terms of a dollar standpoint, but MGM and NBA working together on a 3-year deal for $25 million. We'll go over that story and get some thoughts on that coming up. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. Bad beat, well, I'll say a tough push here, Teddy. And I know the ticket was on the ground at the South Point, and they tweeted it out. A $7,000 bet on the Yankee game under yesterday, 9. It was 7-2 in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, nobody on. Single, walk, 3-run shot. That's a loser. Yankees lose again to the Orioles. They're only 6-6 against Baltimore, and Sonny Gray gets lit up. Tough one there. You thought you were at least going to get out of there with the push.
Exactly. I mean, you search for the 9, you find the 9, you get the best available number in your pocket. You got 2 outs and nobody on, and then your worst freaking nightmare, especially when you're making a substantial wager. Your meaningless single, your walk, and then the bomb. 7-2 push. No. Under tickets aren't going to push. Under tickets going to lose with the 7-5 final.
Yeah, amen, brother. How about the Brewers plus the 1.5? A lot of people like to take the dog plus the 1.5. 4-4 in the 10th. The only way you can lose if it's a walk-off shot, two or a 3-run shot, or a salami, and Grandal goes deep. Dodgers win 6-4. Rip up the Brewer tickets. And St. Louis, Colorado under 8. 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals get 3, Rockies get 1 in the 9th, 6-3 final.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Dodgers bullpen allow Milwaukee to get back into it, and then Milwaukee's bullpen, which had been real good all year, didn't get the job done in the 10th last night. And the plus 1.5 with Milwaukee. They played so well on this road trip. It was like minus 155, minus 160 to get the Brewers at the plus 1.5 price. Yeah. Crash and burn. Yeah, you're ripping up those tickets after the 2-run walk-off bomb.
Yeah, they got to face Kershaw tonight. They've had a great road trip. As you mentioned, they took 3 out of 4 in San Francisco and now try to take 3 out of 4 in L.A. Bad for the books. Cardinals, $1.25 up to $1.45. They win 6-3, trying to take 3 out of 4 against the Rockies. That's a day game coming up. Colorado hasn't lost a series since late June. The Nats, 105 up to 120. They beat the god-awful Mets, who are on pace to lose 94 games, and they started 11-1.
Yeah, everyone's still complaining about the Mets didn't trade off their stars. It's like anytime a team is out of contention for 1 year, the markets are convinced, oh, you got to trade everybody, fire sale. There are enough pieces for the Mets to think they're going to be competitive next year. I can understand why everyone's fading them when they can right now. But to give the Mets an F at the trading deadline, screw you guys. It's a franchise. It's not what we can do this year. I thought the overreaction of the Mets were enormous, but meanwhile, here come the Nats. Just saying, Washington playing inspired, better baseball than they were, obviously, but some of that may have to do with their opponent.
Yes, and the Cubbies, Hamels gets his first start. He pitched well. 5 innings, gave up 1 run. The Cubs scored a ton of runs in the first inning. It was a comedy of errors for the Pirates, $1.15 up to $1.30. Cubbies win 9-2. Some bad bets. Reds even money went off $1.20 favorite. 20-cent move there. Lost 7-4. Where are my notes? Mike Fiers left in the second inning, but he is number 3 for pitchers in ROI. Mike Fiers, Teddy.
And of course, he left the game in the second inning, but he's going to get credit for being the starting pitcher of a game in which they won. How to get positive ROI? Either your team wins every time or you're cashing some nice plus price tickets. Fire's been able to do both of those this season.
KC under 9.5 down to 9, not even close. 10-5. Astros under 8 down to 7.5. Astros win 8-3, not even close. Look at this now. The A's have caught the Mariners for that second wild card. And the news this morning, according to sources, ESPN, Tiger against Phil, $10 million, winner take all. Thanksgiving weekend, Shadow Creek, a beautiful golf course here in Las Vegas. At the Westgate, they make Tiger minus 130. I think the timing stinks. I love the event, but it's going to get lost in that huge college football weekend in NFL.
Yeah, doing it Thanksgiving weekend, I'm surprised they did it then, but nonetheless, one of the biggest, maybe the biggest sports weekend of the season, of the year. We talk about Thanksgiving with NFL, college football, NBA, college hoops tournaments.
You're
now
right.
We got Tigerville in match play. Should be a lot of fun.
All right, the MGM NBA deal, and the word that they kept reading bullet points at this press conference, 3-year deal, $25 million. MGM's paying for intellectual property and their data, and the CEO of MGM he kept saying integrity. As Robert Walker, who used to work there, tweeted, "I'm glad I don't work there anymore," and he basically threw the whole sports betting industry under the bus. The fact that the NBA wants to get involved and stick their beak into this, Teddy, the ball's on these guys to say Nevada's got a problem, and the fact that these guys have been doing this for 70 years and they somehow want to reinvent the wheel. You just see by some of the comments about how they think, well, the handles, the hold is 12% over in Europe. We should get it up to that amount. And I'm telling you, the more they screw with this and the more they have the handout, the black market's going to thrive when it's all said and done.
Of course. The offshores are happy. The bookies are happy. And look, I mean, you could see the picture right here with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and CEO of MGM, Jim Murren. These are two guys who were against each other in lawsuits not long ago. Now, you look at the quotes, and look, it's our job to call bullshit when it's bullshit, okay? Here's the quote from Adam Silver. "Those operators who create the best experience for consumers, that have official data, that have the official imprimatur of our league and other leagues as well, are going to be those that win in the hearts and minds of consumers." What's he saying there? He's saying, well, because you can use the logos of the NBA teams, therefore bettors are going to gravitate towards their product. I'm not buying that. Jim Murren's quote, "Now we have tremendous data analytics, information from the NBA, and that will determine who wins and loses in this arena, the sports betting arena in the United States. And I think MGM is going to win." These are the official NBA stats that they're getting. Other people are going to mimic those stats or perhaps find alternate or better stats. MGM and NBA, look, we love the leagues and the casinos being in bed together with the concept of gaming is okay. The integrity fee nonsense, the ways they're trying to siphon out money from your pockets is not okay. It's our job to call them out, and this is something we really need to pay close attention to.
Good job. Shame on the MGM as well. I don't know if they're going to run bets through a computer model or what they're going to do or how this is going to help in play, which it could be one positive. But some of this stuff, how about the fact that the NBA commissioner wants to go through betting accounts and look at all these bets and then from there try to determine what's suspicious activity. And again, you kept hearing integrity. You don't get to mention integrity ever again because you had a crooked ref right under your nose and you couldn't figure it out or fix it and spot it, okay? That was ridiculous what was going on with Donaghy, and that was obvious too, and you couldn't sniff that one out. So you don't get to mention integrity if you're the NBA. And also, games aren't being fixed. Stop it. I heard another guy who works for the NBA talking about, well, if you bet you can't have a guy come in and bet a $500 prop, and then he bets it across the street for $500, and then he drives to Jersey and bets it for another $5, and $5. It's like, what, because a guy's on the team making $20 million a year, he's going to give him inside information somehow, some way, and try to jeopardize that so the guy can get down for a couple grand on a prop? It's laughable, the thought process here. They come off like buffoons.
Yeah, and look, we're going to see a lot of this when it comes to the mainstream and sports betting because there's been so much misinformation out there for such a long time. I think a lot of people who are just getting into sports betting, just seeing it for the first time, have wild misconceptions, wild notions. You spend a year, watch it every day, some of this stuff will be put to the wayside. But yeah, the figures being thrown around a little bit ridiculous, and certainly the integrity issues as ridiculous as any. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.